to Seven Trumpets Prepper. And guys, welcome to my adventures in a tiny house life off grid. So let me just tell you, came a flood earlier from the heavens. A flood. Had to grab all my tools up and everything, but we are off grid. Check this out. Dun dun dun. See the green light? Now I'm going to flip the cam in a minute and show you all this stuff, but I want to tell you something. Getting off grid is a monumental struggle. Getting water, getting shelter, getting power. Excuse me, power. I was working on this. I was about to make one last wiring termination. Had live electric, and it's just like whoosh, flood. Man, scared the heck out of me. So anyway, what I'm going to do now, without further ado, is I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to take you on a walkthrough of my solar and what the next steps are I'm going to do on my house and everything, and take it from there, and hope you enjoy. Hey guys, I apologize for the cough today. I don't know what the deal is. That lemonade must have been high powered. So here we have the solar array, 200 watt solar array on the quad mount. I think I'm going to put landscape timbers right here around because I don't want to block off my road area where I'm coming through. So I'm going to put landscape timbers around, come right here, terminate that, steps, and then a little tiny porch going in, okay? Next we've got, once this is set down, I'm going to bury these wires, because that's the only thing that I didn't finish today, is I'm going to bury the wires from the solar array up into the house. I'm also going to cut this on the Go Power input and make it where it's clippable, so that when I probably am going to move one day down the road. I just see it happening the way my life is, just coming and going so much, and the adventures I do. So I'll probably need to make that clippable. This right here is the AC input. It's just hanging at the moment because I obviously didn't get to that because of the rain. I'm gonna sit down here and show you what all we've got going on. Now you can get everything solar wise from Hurricane Wind Power, except for the MPP batteries I bought from MPP, and you can check them out on eBay. I'll put a link in the video description below for that. This is a 12 volt Cotec inverter, and man guys, the great thing about this is, okay, this is why I love this inverter, because you would say, why is it not a Magnum on the wall? This inverter will allow, I think it's up to 12 to 15 kW. I'll have to put the exact specs down below, but it'll allow that pass through, okay? Then it'll also do the normal charge function like a Magnum. It'll do the normal inversion out like a Magnum, pure sine. I know this is only 2,000 watts because it's 12 volt setup, okay? I'm going to continue to add batteries out through here. I'll get into all that in a minute, but I want to start here at the heart of the matter. This thing will do something really unique, is that if you've got a lot of load, it'll let the utility company pass by and assist the solar. There's just so many settings, and one day maybe I'll just sit down in the house on a rainy day like today, and we'll just go through all the settings and how to program this thing and just the whole genre of that. But anyway, the remote is inside the wall in the kitchen under the counter. I'll show you that in a bit. But so now what I've done is I've got my output so far going over to here, and then that's fuse disconnect going into there, and then out to a outlet, and then on out to the regular breaker box and stuff. Over here I've got the fuse block that I'm going to put the cover on now that you've seen that. We've wrapped that up. Give me just a second here, guys. Alright, there's our fuse block cover back on. And then from there down to the batteries. Now these batteries are 55 amp hour piece. I got them specifically, as you can see, they just fit in my box dimensions that I was going to do. I was very meticulous about the type of battery that I was going to put in here because of space restriction. So we're going to go 4 more right here, then 2 more here, then I think I'm going to stack 2, and then 2 more. So that would be, what is that, 1, 2, and then there's room for 4 more, I know. 6 at least. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That should be right at about 10 kW worth of storage at full depth of discharge. This is the MPPT solar charge controller that I got from Hurricane Wind Power. It's reading the caution code right now because that I haven't got the solar engaged on it yet, and that's why it's just showing the battery bank but not the solar. But anyway, that is a 12 volt 20 amp charge controller or 24 volt charge controller. And so that's just plenty enough to accommodate the solar that I've got coming in, and low cost option to get us off grid. And so as you can see right here, now I may put a transfer switch in later on and then do that plug over to the transfer switch, retrofit that, and then go from there either to the inverter or directly into the house. The reason I'm going to do that is in case this ever just kills over on me, I can just go from right there on into the house with a generator or whatever. And now at this point in conjuncture, guys, without further ado, I'm going to put the lid down before it comes a monumental flood here yet again. And we'll shut this up for the evening. And you see right there, when I put the latches on, this is going to have trim work around it. Lift the latches off, put the trim work there, because I know it looks rough right now, but just trust me on this. Metal work on this, the blue metal to match the roof, and then it'll be trimmed out around that, so when it shuts, it covers. This will all be that stucco stuff, because I've got to put the last coat on because it's been roughed up from traveling, and like, you know, there's rough spots like that. I'll just take the grinder, grind that wood right off. I know that sounds ridiculous, but just trust me. And then silicone that, roll it with the Deck Restore finish, and then boom, done. Got to put the drip edges over the windows, take the tarp off, and then let's step inside. Let's take a look at our solar in here. All right, guys, so there's the lights on and everything. And hold on, I'll turn these on. That inverter is remarkably quiet out there. I mean, it is just insanely quiet. But I'm gonna turn all this mess off because I don't want to be using up my power right now because I don't have the solar, you know, back feeding, charging it right now. Got this open because I was getting some readings on that, the voltage outputs. Hold on, I'll take and show you right here the voltage outputs on that for anybody that's curious as to how well the power feed is from this. Give me just a second to find a pin here. Oh, that one's a dead one. Right there, 120. That's an open spot right there, guys. Open breaker. The one below it. Hold on, Court. There you go. Oh, and while I'm thinking of those MPP batteries, they make so many different sizes and styles and stuff. But here's my Kotech remote control for it. Right there, you can see it underneath, out of sight and out of mind. You don't even see that this is solar. You know, I mean, you just don't even, if the solar panels were stashed off somewhere and the feed came up in here, you never know this was off grid. Now, forgive me because this place is dump right now because I'm still working on it. But that's pretty much where I'm at with the solar on it right now. And I'm going to tell you a couple other things here right before I finish. All right, now, as you can see right here, the water system, in previous video I went over, what we're going to do with it is I'm going to plug it in right here. Okay, and so it's just going to go boom right there to that, and that way it's as close to the inverter as possible on the feed. And in doing so, I'm hoping that the you know, the amperage, the load, everything's just going to be very easy to be dealt with by the inverter. I have not tested that yet. I'm not going to test it today because it's already a mess out here. That'll be another test for another day in another video. But what I do know is I got lights on, I've got power. I just need to get the solar panels hooked in, and then from there run the water, and we're pretty much off grid. Then it's just neatening this place up and taking some painter's tape off, and like I said, putting some drip edges, just neatening this up. Guys, I really have a good feeling by winter time that this gonna be really nice. And I hope you've enjoyed this adventure. I've tried to be as real with you as possible about this and just show you. I mean, like I said, I ain't tried to neaten the place up as I'm doing this. I'm just right here on the job site with me every day, bringing this thing to life. And well, here we are now. You know, I mean, the lights finally came on 2 years into building this thing. The lights came on today. Praise Yah. And so anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed, and until I see you again on another video on the vlog here coming up, I hope you have a most blessed day. Oh, 2 quick things. I've done this in the video before, but I'm not editing this stuff anymore. Is the link for MPP batteries, if you're going to do that, they're cost effective for off-grid stuff. Those were only 116 bucks. The small ones, they got way on up there, 200 amp ones I think for like $300. But I like the front terminal post ones like that, like the Telecom top batteries. Second thing is the Cotech inverters. You can get that from hurricanewindpower.com. And I'll put some info down in the video description for the 3 different styles of output power that thing does, because it's just so unique compared to other inverters. So guys, until we see you again here at Seven Trumpets Prepper Channel, I hope you have a most blessed day, and Yahushua.